Lawn care workers thought that they were just mowing around a Halloween decoration because, 'tis the season, right? Turns out it was a real dead body.
How's it happen? How does
What?
that happen?
Ridiculous.
I don't know how it happens, but also it happened in China Grove, North Carolina.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yes. And then
Somebody murdered?
I don't know, but right now police are investigating. A lawn care worker mowed around a near naked body thinking that it was just a Halloween prop. Day later, somebody made the gruesome discovery that it was a real human being.
That is insane. So this
Yeah.
body's been laying outside for a day, and neighbors are going by going, nice decoration.
Like, man, it's so realistic.
Not a day, Jason. A week.
Oh.
Oh.
Mhm.
And who's not missing this
That's
person?
not even funny.
I
Dang.
don't know. It was a week later that police found this man down a long driveway. He had little clothing on and he was face down in the grass outside of a home that had been empty for quite some time. And then
Oh.
police told this deceased man's sister and mother that he hadn't been shot. They had to gather more information from construction workers who were working near the property. Apparently, a construction worker said that this man had cuts and scrapes on his arms like they were defensive wounds. Those are the construction workers' words.
Ugh.
Police don't suspect foul play, but they're still investigating his death.
Ah.
Imagine how.
So he didn't
Ugh.
live there, I guess, because he said, why? So why would they be mowing, I guess?
Maybe
It's
somebody,
an Airbnb or something?
maybe, or that's just like part of the contract.
Maybe
or-
some newer, maybe they're
Wow.
building newer houses by it. And
Yeah.
they have an HOA that
Yeah.
mows. I don't know. Who
I
knows?
don't know, but this house has not been used or occupied for quite some time. And yeah, they just thought, because I mean, you could see,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could see how
Yeah, your first thought is like dead body around Halloween.
around Halloween, any
Yeah.
other time of the year.
Well, you got to remember
Uh-huh.
now, there's already some false reports and calls to police about Halloween decorations that look too real.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
there's been some, in fact, one of them, a house looked like it was on fire inside, and the fire department came and everything, and it even fooled them. They were like, wow, that's really good.
yeah.
This is the complete opposite.
Have y'all seen, as a little of a side note, the Stranger Things house? It's in a different.
I think we talked about this last year.
It's all on TikTok, right?
Let me see.
On TikTok, and they're getting thousands and thousands of visitors. They have millions of views.
Yes.
Where they have, in Stranger Things, I think season 4, they start getting lifted up in the air, and then their bodies like break or whatever. They have that, and it looks like the girl's floating like 15 feet in the air. The redheaded, I can't remember her name, the character, but it's
Yeah.
like it is the most elaborate thing I've ever seen. It's just some person's yard, and now it's drawing thousands of people
Wow.
coming by in their yard every year.
Yeah.
I mean, you go by there and you didn't know, and you didn't know what Stranger Things was. You're like, there's a lady floating in the air. I mean, it looks so real.
That realistic.
They are getting better and better. I saw one too where you drive by, you look in the window, and if you just look at it for a while, it looks like a wife is literally taking an axe, like The Shining, to her husband or somebody.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
it's like, oh my
What's
gosh. I
happening?
mean, it looks like can you imagine if you just woke up and you missed the last 20 years and you saw that?
No.
You would definitely think somebody's
Oh.
killing somebody.
Yeah.
They are very elaborate. We were
Look at that
driving.
real quick, Jason.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, you see the girl floating in the air?
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome. I've
scary.
seen
Look
that
at that.
before.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy,
very
right?
realistic.
Can I see it?
It's got. Oh, hold on, Squid. I
I've
know it's
seen
not
it
helping
before.
anyone that's driving
I know.
or listening, but
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
we can post
Tell
it.
them where they
Oh,
can
wow.
find it.
That's crazy.
It's on TikTok. You just put
It
in.
really does.
Put in Stranger Things Halloween house, and it comes right
That's
up.
cool.
We were driving down the road, and there's like so many houses in our area who really go all out for Halloween. I love it when they
Yes,
go all out, you
I do
know?
too.
Yeah.
So we're
As long
telling,
as it's not a bunch of blow-ups like Katie and Josie, that's fine.
Yeah.
don't judge me.
You didn't like the blow-ups at first, and now you like
That's
it because
not
of the
true.
kids.
First is my
No.
movie reviews, and now it's Katie's
Now,
home.
I have never said anything about. Now, personally, I would not choose those, but it makes my kids happy.
Yes, that's
so
what
I'm
you
like,
said
okay,
before.
fine. But I don't judge anybody who has them
Me neither.
ever.
You just did.
No, I said as long as it's not the blow-ups like everything else.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, we're driving down the road and we're like, oh, guys, to our kids, like, look at that. Those witches are hanging from the tree. And Nora goes, yeah, Mom, they're on a rope. I was like, okay.
Thanks for your
Thanks
imagination.
for ruining it for me, Nora. Okay.
So-
Because
much better.
Katie didn't know it was on a rope. She thought they were really witches.
I was like,
Thanks
look
a
how
lot.
cool that is. Yeah, Mom, they're on a string.
That's funny.
All right.
Let's go to Anonymous. You have
Real mom.
Come on, Mom, wake up. Come on. Jeez. Anonymous, what did you want to say about this? We were talking about a dead body that people were mowing around because they thought it was Halloween decoration and been
So
there for
bad.
a week and it was a real person. You had a comment about
Well, I
dead.
was just-
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I'm a real estate agent, and if you see pictures of a house that's got a great big stain on the floor,
Yeah.
on the hardwood floors, that's probably a dead body that was there.
Oh.
If it looks about the size of a body and there's a big giant stain in the middle of the floor, I've seen them before. That's probably where someone died. It wasn't found right away, and leaves a nice stain in your hardwoods.
Oh.
Yeah, as a realtor,
Interesting.
Is it the law that you have to disclose someone died in the home, or is it only if they're like murdered?
Nope.
No.
Oh, you
No.
don't.
What
And
about-
even murdered. There's something called material facts, and neither of those are considered a material fact.
Hmm.
And I've had clients before who have said, I don't want to buy a house that anybody died in. And really, I mean, the only thing you can do is sort of look and see if there's an article about the former owner, that says whether they died at home or not. I mean, there's no way to know whether somebody died in the house or not.
That's
And
true.
I'm not allowed to do that anyways. They would have to do that research on their own.
You'd think a murder would be something. Maybe I guess not. But I would want to know if somebody's murdered there.
Yeah, I would too.
But because lots of people they have in-home, like my dad did in-home hospice, and he passed away in the house. But it's different than being murdered. You know,
right,
so.
right.
Okay,
also-
very interesting. Thank you.
I would also think that if you're trying to sell your house, that maybe
Get the blood out.
you'd replace that section from
Yeah.
the floor. You know what I mean?
Put a rug over
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Something.
Yeah, the red hardwood stain that looks like a body in the middle of your floor. Yeah, let's get rid of that part.
I mean, I'm no realtor.
But you're just a radio person. What do you know?
What do I know? I don't know.
Katie will put like her throw up. You put a little rug over it. You fold it over.
When your
Yeah.
dog pukes on a rug, you don't clean it up right away.
Right.
You just fold the rug over.
You don't just leave it exposed.
No, that's gross.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Only a sane person would do that. All right, lots of controversy. Britney Spears.
God, it's a true story.
It is a true story. How long was that folded over?
I guess it had happened that either it had happened that morning or I noticed it when we got home. I can't remember, and I was like, got to cover it because you guys were in my house. I don't remember.
Because Jason came over, right?
You guys were all there.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry if there was throw up on the ground. That's a little radical.
I think
Yeah.
I think we must have gone into the home and I noticed it and I
Oh,
just
crap.
folded it over real quick.
my
Yeah.
my
Don't look
coworkers
there.
are coming over.
Yeah.